Hello everyone, I'm Max, and today I'm here to maximize your fear. So far, 2025 has been a year filled with many strange things caught on trail cams. From weird unidentified creatures such as bigfoots and skinwalkers to killers and to many other unexplainable phenomena. So today I decided to highlight some of the most chilling and downright horrifying creatures caught on trail cameras this year. So grab your I Found Bigfoot coffee mugs and allow your fear to be maximized as we recap the scariest trail camera clips of 2025. These first captures here show a lesser known cryptid, but I think it's one of the scariest and coolest creatures of them all. The Ningen. A TikTok user put together a group of 4 supposed photos of the Ningen. Here's what this creature is said to look like. And now here are the photos. This first one here allegedly comes from the deep ocean, photographed by a group of professional deep sea divers. It's almost like a mermaid type being, but it's more fish-like and terrifying looking. If this one is real, it's one of the craziest captures of all time. Moving on to this one, at first it looks like a beluga whale, but looking closer we see it has arms. Its body is large and hunched, not like a beluga whale's. It's unknown where this one was taken, but it's believed to be taken by a group of boaters. They were far out at sea when they spotted this creature. Now this one here is weird. It looks to be a huge white humanoid creature, half submerged beneath the ocean water. It seems to have long skinny arms and broad shoulders, and a skinny waist. And last but not least, we have this one, allegedly coming from a deep sea camera. The figure is faint, but it's still pretty compelling. It's a long, slender, light-colored silhouette. Now some people are saying, how could this all be the same creature? They all look pretty different. However, as you know with Bigfoots, a lot of these cryptids are said to come in many different shapes and sizes, almost like different breeds and variations found in animals. The Ningen is a mysterious and eerie creature said to inhabit the icy waters of the Antarctic Ocean. The name Ningen literally means human in Japanese, and that's what makes this creature so creepy. It's often described as being 65 to 100 feet long. Also entirely white in color, humanoid in shape with a torso, arms, and even hands or fingers. And they're sometimes said to even have a mermaid-like tail or legs. And a face that is almost human but expressionless and pale. Pretty similar descriptions as the photos. The story of the Ningen supposedly started in the early 2000s, when Japanese whale research vessels reported encounters with large, unidentified creatures in southern oceans. Sailors and crew members often described spotting enormous white figures just beneath the surface of the water, sometimes even surfacing briefly before vanishing into the icy depths. But still no official documentation and scientific confirmation has been released, so it still remains a mystery. But what do you guys think? Is the Ningen a real creature? Let me know in the comments down below. The following video shows one of the eeriest creature encounters on the internet, and the video seems very real. It originates from YouTube channel Nappy UFO back in October of 2017. A man was out exploring deep in a very big forest. As he explored, he eventually came across an abandoned building. It was an old dark building with multiple stories. From the ground, he realized he could most likely make it to the top of it. And at the top of it would be this amazing view. He knew he would be able to see the forest and mountains stretch on for miles. And the ocean as well. So against his better judgment, he climbs up and finds a way into the building. He reaches the top where, just as he expected, is this absolutely stunning view. A once-in-a-lifetime sight. However, the serenity and the beauty of this view would soon be ruined by an unknown creature. We see a pale and thin humanoid figure walking in an opening below. It's extremely tall, but it's hunched over. Zooming in closer, it almost looks skeletal and gaunt. After seeing this, he shut off his camera and tried to find a way out of the forest, terrified this creature would come for him. But he did eventually make it out. However, he still doesn't know what he saw that day. Online theorists came up with a few creatures it could possibly be. The Wendigo, the Rake, some kind of alien creature, or maybe even another kind of creature we've never seen before. Regardless of which answer is correct, it's obvious this thing wasn't human or animal. It was something we weren't meant to see. On April 9th, 2025, a strange UFO sighting came out of Moscow, Russia. It was reportedly filmed by many witnesses and is currently being discussed by various news stations. It's honestly one of the best and most believable UFO sightings out there. Watch as it flies around in the sky and Russian military tries to shoot it down. The unidentified craft was blasted by Russian air defenses. They were already on edge because they already had a military drone strike a few days prior. In the clip, we see a spinning saucer-like craft darting through the sky, while red missiles are launched at it. It seems the attack was unsuccessful as the craft keeps flying. We also get this up-close video. Now, was this some kind of unique attack helicopter or something? Or is this truly a UFO? What makes it seem even more like a UFO is Russia has a long and fascinating history with UFOs, ranging from Soviet-era secrecy to more recent admissions and declassified documents. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union took UFOs very seriously, though most of their research was kept classified. The Soviet military investigated UFO sightings extensively. Many of these were thought to be either NATO or US Renaissance aircrafts. Declassified KGB documents have revealed that Soviet officials collected thousands of UFO reports from military and civilian sources. A famous sighting over a city in Russia involved a glowing object that reportedly emitted rays of light and drilled holes into the sky. It was widely reported and documented, but never officially explained. And there are so many other sightings too. This is just barely scratching the surface. So could this be a real video of a UFO just taken on April 9th, or is it explainable? Hey everyone, so I just posted a brand new video on my second channel where I tell 3 true unknown creature encounter stories. It's very scary and I think you guys will love it, so go ahead and check it out if you want. I'm also going to show a preview at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And I'm going to be making and posting a lot more of these scary story videos on my second channel, More Maximum Fear. So go ahead, subscribe, check out the channel, and leave a comment. And as always, allow your fear to be maximized. Back to the video. Here are 2 separate trail cam photos that completely spooked the owners. Each of the photos showcase a similar scene. Deer looking absolutely terrifying. The first picture shows a deer on its hind legs, turned around and staring directly into the camera. its eyes aglow and piercing in the darkness surrounding. Something's just so off-putting about it. And here is a glimpse of the second photo, a deer with 3 eyes. 2 normal eyes and 1 on its head. And it's just staring into the camera. People are calling these 2 captures something called the Not Deer. The Not Deer is a newer tale from Appalachian folklore, and it's been gaining a lot of popularity online, especially through Reddit and TikTok horror circles. The Not Deer is a creature reported in the forests of the Appalachian Mountains, especially in places like West Virginia, North Carolina, and Virginia. It looks like a deer, but something is just wrong. It's not part of traditional folklore like the Wendigo or skinwalker, but rather a modern urban legend, born from eerie encounters people claim to have had in the woods. People who claim to have seen the Not Deer usually describe it like this. It looks mostly like a deer, but its limbs are too long or bend the wrong way. It might walk on 2 legs sometimes. Its eyes are forward-facing like a predator, not on the sides like a real deer. It might move in a jerky, unnatural way. Some say its body is mangled or assembled wrong, like nature messed up. People often report a deep sense of wrongness or dread, almost like their brain knows something's off before they do. Skeptics say this could all just be the result of a group of deformed deer running around the Appalachian Mountains, or maybe even mutated deer. But even if that is the case, it's still very terrifying. So if the Not Deer phenomenon is the result of something paranormal, or if it's just mutated deer, I still hope never to see it. Taking a look at a mysterious photo circulating the internet. It comes from the Chilling Scary Facebook page. It comes from Pennsylvania State University and was taken on May 15th, 2023. The person who took the photo is a student there at Penn State, and he says he took the photo on campus when he spotted the creature in a small section of woods just off the campus. The student put this in the Facebook group to try to get answers, because they had no clue what it was. People in the group, of course, came up with plenty of theories, the main one being an alien. Making it even more believable is the fact that so many extraterrestrial sightings have happened in the area. The Schwab Auditorium located on campus is said to be haunted by not one but many ghostly spirits. The most notorious being Charles Schwab himself. People claim to see apparitions, hear phantom voices, and experience technological glitches while inside. There are also a few other supposedly haunted areas on campus, making this one of the most haunted universities in the country. Along with all of this, UFO and alien sightings are a common occurrence as well. There are many well-known ones, the most famous being the Kecksburg sighting. In this sighting, an acorn-looking aircraft crashed into the woods. Onlookers found the craft and reported hieroglyphics on the craft, like strange writing we couldn't decode. Then the whole area was quickly blocked off by police and military, not wanting people to see what was going on. So, because Penn State and nearby regions have had all these strange occurrences, it's not too far-fetched that the being in the photo was a real extraterrestrial, an alien being not from this world. This short and mysterious video clip has been catching people's attention. The witness was reportedly out in a forest looking around for strange creatures when they finally encountered one. Check it out. A small fairy or goblin-like creature is spotted. It climbs up the rocky terrain and stands atop it and looks around quickly. It has long, lanky limbs and spiky hair on the top of its head. Now, because the video isn't the best quality, we can't see most of its features. But it looks to be about a foot or two tall. Skeptics are saying this one is edited, judging by the way it moves and the crappy quality. And this could be correct, we just don't know. And it looks like we never will know, unless some clearer footage is released of it or more details of its capture. For instance, we don't even know where and when the video was taken. The uploader says it was taken in an enchanted forest though. A forest no one goes to and no one knows about, except for him. And in this forest, he can communicate with these creatures. Now this would be such a cool concept, if you could find a secret forest and go out and communicate with unknown creatures. But hey, you never really know, he could be telling the truth. I mean, there are so many areas of the world that have yet to be explored. Something like this really could be out there. If there was something like this out there, would you guys do it? Try to communicate with these creatures? Let me know in the comments. Now, a video was just recently uploaded to TikTok and it got a huge conversation started. It was just posted on April 11th, 2025 by TikTok user Waka Flocka Woody. The video consists of a man boating through a swamp deep in the forest late at night, with the text reading, "Outdoorsman, what's the creepiest thing you've seen/experienced in the woods?" Not "I saw eyes or something in the dark." I mean things that make your skin crawl and contemplate giving it up. And as you may expect, so many commenters came out with their stories, and here are just a few. User Brody Hensley states, "I live in the Appalachian Mountains and grew up knowing about the Wampus cat. And one night I was riding my four-wheeler and I swear on everything I saw it. The Wampus cat is typically described as a large panther-like feline, often with glowing eyes, great speed, and sometimes even supernatural powers. But the specifics vary depending on who's telling the tale. It's a legendary creature from American folklore, especially rooted in Appalachian and southern United States. One version tells of a Cherokee woman who disguised herself in the skin of a mountain lion, or wampus, to spy on a sacred ceremony meant only for men. When she was discovered, the tribal shamans cursed her to wander forever as a half-woman, half-cat creature. This is the origin of the cursed woman version of the Wampus cat." But back to the topic on hand, not only did people voice their stories of cryptid creatures, but also terrifying run-ins with known creatures. User Kobe Barnes states, quote, "Took a picture of my buddy with his elk late at night. Looked at the pictures and there was a mountain lion in the tree above him." Just imagine that happening to you. As I read on, I realized how many people had Appalachian Mountain stories. User My Name says, "I saw myself, same clothes and everything, but the eyes were weird. And I saw myself full speed run into the woods. I live in the Appalachian Mountains." And one of the most terrifying accounts comes from user Conor Green. He says, quote, "Me and my grandpa were riding back in the woods and we saw a campfire on the other side of the ridge. I got the binoculars out and looked, and it was 20 guys dressed in white sacrificing a goat. Freaked me out," end quote. So this guy definitely experienced some kind of deranged cult out there. Luckily, the cult didn't spot him. So moral of the story is all kinds of strange, terrifying, and dangerous things happen all the time out in the wilderness. This is why you should always be extremely careful when you go out, especially after dark. Something was standing just outside the candlelight. I didn't want to look, but my body moved on its own, my eyes dragging towards the darkness, and I saw it. A figure, tall, impossibly thin, with limbs too long for its body. Its skin was stretched tight over its bones, its face obscured in the shadow. But its eyes, gosh, its eyes, they glowed, two burning embers staring straight into my soul. It smiled. The next few seconds were a blur. Emily grabbed my arm and yanked me backward, her voice barely audible over the roaring blood in my ears. Run! Alright, I think it's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the like button, mom. Let's aim for 5,000 likes for another one of these trail camera videos. And if you want to get to know me more, you want to see more of my spooky content, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, Maxwell Fear, or you can go ahead and follow me on TikTok, Maximum Fear YT. And be sure to subscribe to the channel because only 20% of you guys who watch my videos are subscribed. And be sure to hit that bell as well so you don't miss when I upload. And feel free to check out my special Maximum Fear merchandise and coffee mugs. They're in the description down below. And shout out to my second channel, More Maximum Fear, where I post other scary content that you guys would definitely love. Alright, I hope your fear was maximized. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.